Now this right here is the XEV 9E. Now this one's based on the same Inglo platform that the B6E is based on, and yet it looks a size larger because it actually is. It actually measures close to about 400 mm more than what you're getting with the B6E. Now over here, as you can see, the logo is also different. You've got the Infinity logo that Mahindra is using. So both of these vehicles are being branded a little differently. The XEV 9E is the larger, more polished version of the two. What we're going for over here is sheer elegance. So you can see it in the design language. It's not as flamboyant as what you get with the other version. But at the same time, key details like the projector lights, the treatment to the DRLs, even the surfacing is very neat and nicely done. This too rides on 20-inch wheels, and the alloy design is different. And once again, ground clearance is a major part of the entire package, because we're talking about it having over 200 mm of ground clearance and about 220 mm plus of ground clearance right where the battery pack is located. So just to give you a quick side view of what you get with the XEV 9E, it's a nice large SUV. Again, got that sloping roofline, giving it that sporty sort of SUV coupe look, and it's a very big vehicle. You know, we're talking about it measuring about 4,700 mm plus. The rear, once again, going with this tight haunch design over here, giving it that sort of family look there, you could call it that. And it's got a massive 663 liter boot as well. So just to take a look at that, here you go. So a much bigger boot is what you get. You got some interesting storage spaces in here as well. And yeah, lift it up, that's your spare wheel and some tools too. So neatly done. That's quite a bit in terms of storage space. And of course, automatic opening and closing. That's again a great and nice touch to it. The lights play a major role in bringing out the overall design and the width of this vehicle, which you see clearly from the rear. And that's just another design highlight according to me. Overall, very stylish, smoother flowing lines, and of course, brilliant ground clearance is how I would sum up the XEV 9E when it comes to the design and overall styling. Now, let's take a look at the interiors. So let's step inside the cabin and see what we get on board with this. Now, clearly, the entire job over here has been to be about being more upmarket and giving it a nice sense of style. So dominating the center console is this massive setup of 3 screens. So I've got my driver information display, I've got my main infotainment system unit over here, and then here is for my front passenger, where they can access a whole bunch of information, even watch videos if they have to, and use that space for them. So they don't have to sit around being bored, plus they can access a lot of controls. So that is definitely a highlight over here. The steering wheel, again, follows a rather sporty sort of setup. So flat bottomed, you got steering mounted controls, a nice illuminated Infinity logo right in the center, and a very cool looking gear lever as well. So this is about being plush, about being more upmarket and giving you that sense of space. Even up here, this massive panoramic glass roof is an added touch to bring around that elegance and that total look of opulence, so to speak. I can't wait to be driving these, which I will be doing very soon. I'm going to actually have the reviews out on the channel shortly, so stay tuned for that as well. I'll be driving both this and the B6E version. So just stay tuned for those videos. But let's take a quick look at the back seat before I do pop out. But last but not the least, right here, before I do hop in the back, this is the Harman Kardon 16 speaker sound system on board with this. You've got Dolby Atmos on board. We're talking about a very immersive sound system on board with the XEV 9E. So that's something that is a pretty big deal. Rear door handles, again, up here in the C-pillar. This seems to be something that Mahindra is doing, starting with the Thar Rocks. And now we're seeing it on these. At the back, again, Ample headroom, ample legroom. Now remember, the seat is where I was just sitting, and that's where I would keep it positioned for a guy my height. I'm 6'2", and I'm actually quite comfortable back here. Much better thigh support, lot of head space. It's all very nice back here. There's also these screens for the back passengers as well, and you can actually sync up all 5 screens for customers to use when they're out on the road. So overall, pretty decent in terms of space and opulence. Of course, you've got rear AC vents, you've got a nice center armrest over here as well. So done up nicely. Again, white interiors. I'm not a big fan of white, but I'm quite sure you'll get other options over there as well. It's easy to get in and out as well. As you can see, the door opens 90 degrees, which is again going with that entire thing of opulence, of being premium and being upmarket. So that's a quick look at what you do get with the XEV 9e. Coming down to performance figures, we're talking about it having a 79 kilowatt hour battery pack and a 59 kilowatt hour battery pack option. The top version delivers about 285 horsepower, does I think 380 Newton meters of torque. So we're talking about them being fast, we're talking about them having brilliant in terms of range. 79 kilowatt hour version is going to have a range of about 550 kilometers to a single charge, depending on the way you drive. And the 59 kilowatt option will probably do about 350, 400 is what my best guess is. Of course, we'll know more at the time of launch. But coming down to the pricing, now the starting price of this version is going to be, it's actually going to be about 20 point something lakhs. So we're looking at it being under 21 lakhs as the starting price for this version, which is actually pretty damn decent. And of course, the larger battery pack, fully blown, the one that I've just shown you over here, is going to be a little higher. But we'll get to know more about the pricing when Mahindra does the actual launch of these vehicles. Right now, this is a soft launch. We're getting to drive them very soon, so stay tuned for those reviews as well. And this is just to give you an idea of the direction that Mahindra is heading in with their all-electric Origin SUVs.